Hi, this is Silas Ram of AsianCultureVulture.com. I'm with Sir Ben Kingsley, the star of a film called Learning to Drive. Welcome, Sir Ben.
Thank you.
Who is it?
Darwan Singh Toor for your driving lesson, please.
What happened?
You're moving.
That's good. The driver's biggest problem is everyone else. You can't always trust people.
Ain't that the truth?
20 what does a woman like for a gift?
I don't know,
How much is it, Sir Ben or Darwan? Was it very well formed in the script? Did you bring a lot to it?
Tilda Swinton is an actress, a performer, a player, an actor that I admire tremendously. I've never had the pleasure of working with her. But she, I think, rightly had the courage to say that possibly her work, and she chooses her work beautifully, could be autobiographical. In other words, that a part of her growth, a part of her journey, is perhaps completely linked in with the film the expression that she's part of at the time. So I didn't feel that I needed to bring anything to the writing of Darwan Singh, because I felt that the impetus to be him was there. It was there in me. Right. So just like the coincidence of her leaving a manuscript at the back of the cab for him to pick up and return, so I received the manuscript of Learning to Drive, and I thought, there he is.
Why do you teach driving?
For a better job, I would have to take off my turban, shave off my beard. But this is how I know who I am.
Why did I ever think I could drive? I ignore everything and everybody around me.
I never learned to cook because I thought my mother would always cook for me. Then there was half a world between us, so I make my own food.
Your point?
No point.
Because I never know what I should do next. I have no strategy whatsoever.
So there's no kind of career
No strategy.
plan.
You leave something in the back of my cab. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
And I'll pick it up. And I read this and I felt to myself, there it is. There's the man I want to play now.
And how much of a challenge was it to play Sikh taxi cab driver who's obviously had a difficult backstory?
I think when we see a trapeze artist holding on to one trapeze, we think, how can she possibly let go? She does. And she spins through the air, and you think, how can she possibly? And she does. She catches the other trapeze. And it's that movement in midair that I find so compelling, that you leave one trapeze, let's say that's me, and you grasp another, let's say that's my character, Darwan Singh. So it's my journey towards that character, to create that portrait, to fill that silhouette, that gives me tremendous joy, the joy of leading a creative life.
So, like, when you go to New York and you no doubt you come across taxi drivers like Darwan, do you ever kind of think, what is your story, and that this kind of links into that experience at all?
Well, when I was filming in India, playing Gandhi, my driver bodyguard was a Sikh, and I was sitting at the back of the ambassador car, and he was sitting in the front driving, and I got to know his gestures in the back of his head and the gentle movement of his head, and checking me in the mirror. 5 months, every working day.
No, that's really, it was...
And he was my ferryman. He was my Darwan Singh. Of course, I had Attenborough, I had brilliant people, but there's something about that man that's irreducible in my memory, and he is alive and well in Darwan Singh. And it's a collection of these events and coincidences and people that you meet, and you hoard them, and they pop up from that hoard of memory when necessary. That it's almost like being a painter, and you think, what colour? There's the colour.
Right.
There's the colour, and you fill it in on your canvas.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ben.
Great pleasure.
Thank you.